My name is Anna Butuzova. I'm from Kiev, Ukraine. I was born in Kiev and lived all my life there and didn't plan to go anywhere to even for work or immigrate. I love my city, Kiev, and I was planning lots of things this new year. Actually, I had a birthday on 10th of February and I made some wishes for the new year of my life. And this war was actually like something that changed my life so much that now I'm living life which has nothing similar to what it was like a month ago. I remember the first moment when the war started. It was surprisingly, but I couldn't sleep that night. We were just worried after the Putin signed the independence of Donetsk and Lugansk regions, and it was a very bad sign for us, and we were all worried what will be next. And I wasn't sleeping on the 24th of February. I was just watching some film and making something in my room, and I heard the first bombings, like it was 4 a.m. and something, and windows were shaking, and the cars in the yard, all the cars began to alarm. And then I heard this very strange sound when there is a plane flying with the speed higher than the sound speed. It's like, like this. It's not like the usual planes. And then I realized that it's maybe the bombings, it may be the military planes. And I just began to I feel a panic attack, and I didn't know what to do. And I thought, is it a war? Is it a war started? Really, is the war like in Kiev? They bomb in Kiev? What to do? What to say? And I just called my friend. He was sleeping. It was 4 a.m. and he was sleeping. I said, oh, look, they're bombing us. They're bombing us. It's like a war. I don't know what's happening. He was said, what? Like he was sleeping. He wasn't able to understand. And I said, please call somebody to ask what's happening, because he knew some people from military. And he said, oh, I'll call you back. And he called back and said, yes, they bombed the Borispil airport already. And I was like in a panic attack all morning. It was impossible to imagine. There was such a shocking feeling when you're walking along the streets, which you know, like from your childhood, and they're all empty, no people. There is like silence, no cars on the roads, no people on the streets. The city is like an ancient dead city, like nobody. And this horrible silence, and the sun goes down and there is bombings again, boof, boof, somewhere not far. And the earth is shaking a bit, and you're just walking and thinking, what this, it looks like apocalypse or something like that. I wanted to stay in Kiev actually, but it was impossible to sleep. Like the Kiev was bombed from the first day. Every day there were like explosions, and it was impossible to sleep at night. Actually, it was impossible. And in the morning I was very tired, so I just fell asleep suddenly, and I will wake up again because the bombings will continue in the morning. So it was like a marathon without ending, and my nervous system began to crash, and I just realized that it's impossible for me to stand this, and I need to go somewhere west because I was just going crazy. The war started on the 24th of February, and I left Kiev on the 7th of March. I traveled alone here, so I'm like alone in Prague now. And when I was leaving Kiev, I had nobody that I would know in Czech Republic. It was just, I just took a not a very big bag and put some things there which I can need, and just went to the railway station and went somewhere like I didn't know where I was going actually, and what will be there, and what will I do there, and will I have there a chance to stay somewhere and do something? And all the questions were just without answers. So I went to the railway station and I just sat on the first train which came on the platform. It was Kiev, Lviv. I entered the train and there were lots of people on the railway station. They were trying to get to that train. There were people with children. Some of them were with their pets and bags, anything they could take with them. And there were less places than people. So the children and women sit and the men were standing all the travel, like 8 hours standing in the train to get to Lviv. My trip was kind of full of miracles, and the miracle was that I met a girl in the train. We were just traveling, like sitting near, and we talked all the journey, and she asked me in the end of the journey, do I have a place to stay in Lviv? So we stayed with this girl at her friend's for a couple of days. I wanted to maybe stay in the Western Ukraine somehow, but when I came to Lviv, I realized that there were hundreds of thousands of people from other parts of Ukraine, and there was impossible to find a place where to stay, and there was impossible to find a job. And I realized that I need to go to European Union, maybe better. And I was thinking which country should I go. And this girl said, I'm going to my friend with her child. They're already in Czech Republic. So we can go together if you like. So I said, yes, okay, I can go with you. When we entered Poland, it was already dark. And then we decided to find a hotel in like this small town in Poland. And we were kind of like in panic a little bit. What to do, and we just entered one shop with like food, and there was a Polish woman, and we asked her about hotel, and she said, oh, you're from Ukraine? We said yes, and she said, I can help you. And she just ran out of the shop, took her own car, just left her job place, took her car and said, follow me. And we were following her like 3 or 4 hotels, and she was asking the owners of hotels if they could take us for night. And we found one place where there was a free room, and she like make an arrangement with the owner of the hotel and said, okay, you can stay here. We said thank you, and she just disappeared, went back to her job, and like she wished us good luck and went away. And we stayed in that hotel. In the morning we went to the breakfast, and this Polish woman, the owner of hotel, she was like in her tears, and she said that I see every day what they are doing with your country, with Ukraine. It's horrible. I'm very sorry for that. And she gave us a huge package of food and said, this is for your trip, for you to have something to eat until we get to Czech Republic. And we were so shocked and so overwhelmed about all of these things. It's miraculous how much like people are united now because of this horrible situation. People just helping and disappearing. It's miraculous. I made my resume in English and Czech, and I'm sending those resumes now for different proposals of job. I'm ready to work with children, and I'm ready to work somewhere on television, or I don't know, I'm thinking where to seek work. To study from the 0 point is very hard, especially in the country with the foreign language I don't know. This is like my life now, like I'm here in Prague communicating with very kind and loving people, and at the same moment I'm always thinking what's going on. I'm getting the messages on my phone about the situation, so during the day I'm always reading what happened, what was bombed, what was destroyed. With my communication with my friends who are just somewhere, some of them stayed in Kiev, Some of them left to the Western Ukraine, which is also bombed now. And I'm always like between those two worlds, like living in life in Prague and my life, which I had to leave, but it's still in my heart, in my mind, everything that I'm thinking about every day.